Hey guys, Jerred Moon here from Into 3 Fitness. Now my life has been really crazy lately. I actually just closed up EO3 HQ here in Texas, shut down the garage gym. All my stuff is packed away and I'm moving my family cross country. So a lot more videos coming on me setting up my new garage gym and all that entails. So you guys have that to look forward to. But being that my life is crazy right now, I haven't had time to put together a lot of new videos on programming and become a better human, all the stuff that I really love to do. And so what I have for you today is a video that I actually shot for the EO3 coaches. It's called Easy Programming or Programming 101. And it's a really great method to program a quick month of training when you're in limbo, kind of like I'm in limbo right now. My family is actually homeless, and has been for like the last week until we get settled here in a couple days. So watch this video. If you have any questions, let me know, but I hope it's helpful for you in planning out your training. Hey guys, Jerred Moon here, and I wanted to share a quick programming technique. It's like the most simple form of programming that you can do. This is actually what I'll do for myself if I'm kind of in a maintenance phase. Maybe I'm not chasing a goal, but I just want to share it because programming can get way complicated. We could add a million different techniques and stuff, but I wanted to show you guys this really simple, very simple method. Like if you just wanted to start programming for yourself, this is like programming 101, like a place for you to start. So let me flip this camera around. I was gonna do this on a whiteboard, but I think it might actually work out pretty good here. So like I said, programming 101, what I would do if I was just trying to work on some simple stuff for myself. So what I'm gonna do, this is typically my method. We're going to do a month of training. And you have to have a major, just like school, and you have to have a minor. Now, when we start the certification course at Into 3 Fitness, I'll explain all this a lot more. But like I said, this will be an easy method that you guys can use. All right, so let's say your major is what you want to improve this month. So say I want to, and I like to be well-rounded, so I can change my major every month, and this is something if you want to jump back and forth. So say my major this month was going to be strength. What's up, guys? I see some of you guys jumping on. Feel free to ask any questions if you want. So say my major this month is strength, and then my minor, I wanted to work on some fast glycolysis, energy system training there. Yeah, more or less some conditioning. Okay, so, and this could be anything. You want to work on endurance, that's fine. You work on endurance. You want to bring this to your main thing, bring that your main thing. But at least you're working on a primary and you're working on, a secondary. Now let's plan. I'm not going to plan a full month because that take a little bit extra time. But I'm going to show you what I would do. So I like to train at least 5 days per week, and they're typically about 4 weeks in a month, right? So 1, 2. Forgive me, I'm not the best artist and I'm in a really weird setup doing all this stuff. But here we go. This is kind of how I break it down. I typically do it on a whiteboard, but like I said, it wasn't working today, so we're just doing it in my notebook. All right, so these are your training sessions, 5 training sessions per week, and we have 4 weeks, right? Here's my major. Here's my minor. And so if I wanted to work on strength, my typical rule of thumb, whatever your major is, you have to be at least hitting it up 3 times per week, and never 3 days in a row. So let's just go say my majors are here. Those are going to be my major days. And then these 2 would be your minor days. So your minor can actually be all days, but minimum 2. And if you're wondering, hey, where'd you get these rules from? It's just a lot of time and experience in helping people, programming for people and programming for myself. All right, so now this is your month calendar. You know that you have to hit at least 3 strength days, and we're going to do some fast glycolysis for conditioning. So let's start. So this is going to be a strength day, and the easiest place to start with strength. People really like get complicated, and this is where people start mashing together strength programs and whatnot, and that works to some degree, but not always. If you're looking for like the easiest place to start with strength, now this isn't the best, but the easiest place to start with strength is going to be Prilipin's chart, and he basically has optimal rep ranges for if you want to gain max strength, if you want to do max power, and all this other stuff. You guys can look up Prilipin's chart if you want, but let's just for an easy example, say I want to hit up 3 sets of 3 reps at 80% squat, and I'm not going to have enough room to write everything in there, but we would do that, and then say that we wanted to do the same on say we wanted to do deadlift. This is just basic Prilipin's chart stuff here. 3 times 3, 80% on the deadlift. And say my pressing is pretty weak. I actually need more muscle development to get my press increased. I wouldn't, and this is just a tip for anyone programming out there, this typically happens. A lot of people suffer in the press because you can't just constantly hit it at like 80 or 90% like you can the squat and deadlift and continue to hit gains. So you want to go do some muscular development, hypertrophy work, and so you might do like some 10 by 10 at 50 to 60% work. Now that's going to be like your main course of hitting your major those 3 weeks. Things I won't write down just for the sake of time, but things I would add. I would add more squat sessions here. I would have a muscular development in there as well. Maybe two sets of 10 repetitions at like 70 to 75%. So that's high in the percentage high rep, but it's going to help build a lot of muscle there. And then here I would probably add some, rear delt raises, other things like that. And then same with the deadlift as I did on the squat. Now, the fast glycolysis days, I would do like 3 rounds, 4 by 30-30 to make sure that we're hitting up that time domain. And then you could even do some strength work like weighted lunges. And then here I would probably just do straight aerobic or add more rounds to this and try and go further. So actually I'd probably do 2 rounds here and 3 rounds here. Okay, and so like I said, I would add a few more things to here. And what I actually do when I'm writing all of this stuff out, if you know anything about Garage Gym Athlete programming, we hit up 5 different areas. So we have strength and prehab, we have the daily, we have metabolic conditioning, general fitness, and then what we call Z-lift or stability stuff. We hit up these 5 areas over the course of the week. And so what I do is I sit down and whiteboard when I'm programming for Garage Gym Athlete, and I make sure that we're hitting up all of these areas. So I'm like, okay, strength, we got that. Daily, so daily is going to be working like your lower back or your abdominals, things like that. I would make sure that I have all that in there. Be like, okay, did I do some metabolic conditioning today? Okay, that would probably count as metabolic conditioning for most people. Okay, did I do any general fitness? So it's like, okay, well, after this fast glycolysis day, maybe I want to do like a 20-minute run with a standard. You should always have a standard when you're doing longer and distance stuff. So like at 7-minute mile pace. All right, and then stability stuff I would throw probably in here is where I'd have my stability. And that's the basic breakdown. So this is kind of, I call it easy programming, because if I'm in a maintenance phase and I'm just going month to month, which is relatively rare these days, I do try to operate in 12-week cycles. But this is how I would do it, guys. Like, draw out this little graph. What's your major for that month? What's your minor? And now you can switch this every month, and this is how you get really well-rounded. Some people are like super obsessed with strength, so they just keep hitting strength. And what happens, you're going to end up injured, or you're going to stall out, or you're not going to be a really actually well-rounded person. I understand that. Being strong is fun, but you can do like maybe 2 of these, and then before you'd want to switch, and then maybe make your major like endurance, and then bring your strength down to your minor. And you could always keep strength in one of these 2 things, so you're always working on it, but maybe it's not your emphasis. And if you're operating in a 30-day cycle, if you watch the last video I did in this group, this is so powerful from like a behavioral psychology standpoint, because if you think about it, you just have to finish 1 month of training. Like, that's so much easier for someone to digest as opposed to doing a 12-week cycle or something like that. So this is actually fun to do. Make sure you're hitting up all the different areas, getting your major, getting your minor. And this is like programming 101 here, guys. Nothing complicated. But something I want to share with you, because this is a great takeaway. If you ever want to like program a month for yourself, maybe you got to do some body weight stuff, or you have an odd month where you're off, but you have something you want to work on. This is a great and very simple and easy way to do it. If you guys have any questions about this, throw it in the comments. All right, guys, that is it for easy programming or programming 101. If you like this video and you want to see more, make sure you like the video and also subscribe to the channel where you are the first to know, and leave me a comment if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about programming, Into3 Fitness, Garage Gym Athlete, or anything like that. All right, guys, I look forward to getting some new videos out to you shortly when I'm opening up my new gym.